30th of September 2024. Hi guys, welcome to Rants, the comedy and tragedy of living in Singapore. Now, the targeted resumption of train service on the East-West line today didn't happen. The reason being, they found new cracks on the rails and need one more day to fix them.
During yesterday's testing phase, we found 12 new cracks along an affected stretch.
Now, what do they mean by new cracks? Are they new as in they just happened, or are they new because they are previously undiscovered? Meanwhile, take a look at the situation on the ground. I think we should appreciate all the hard work put in by the engineers and the technicians. But at the same time, we need to be clear who got us into this mess. Pay the workers their overtime, but the commuters don't deserve to be punished by higher fares. Now, last week, veteran actor Zhou Chuming was promoting his F&B outlet on Facebook when a bunch of mean netizens mocked his sickly look. Now, Chu replied that he couldn't help looking sick, and if he had a choice, he would rather not be sick. He turned around and asked if our society is sick. Now, with compulsory digitization and automation, many youngsters have forgotten how to behave like human beings. I've posted videos and photos on social media of inconsiderate people blocking the common corridors like they are extensions of their private properties. I've called out cyclists, drivers, and PMD abusers for endangering the lives of pedestrians, cars blocking garbage trucks, etc. I get dislikes from these people, very secretive dislikes. They know that they are wrong, but they want people to keep quiet about it. Platforms like TikTok have also given our youngsters who don't read a warped view of the world. Now check out this video.
Since Russia can't defeat our people's resistance on the battlefield, Putin is looking for other ways to break the Ukrainian spirit. Recently, I received yet another alarming report from our intelligence. Now Putin does seem to be planning attacks on our nuclear power plants and their infrastructure, aiming to disconnect the plants from the power grid. With the help of satellites, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, satellites of other countries. Russia is getting images and detailed information about the infrastructure of our nuclear power plants. But what does this really threaten? Any missile or drone strike, any critical incident in the energy system could lead to a nuclear disaster.
Believe it or not, some people are standing with Putin, and in full gaslighting mode, they would blame Ukraine for causing a nuclear disaster if Putin decides to attack Ukrainian nuclear power plants. Who is the one with the Cold War mentality? We now shift to the Nepal Himalayas. 76-year-old Singaporean trekker Mr. Harry Tan is reportedly missing on a trek in the Everest region of Nepal. As usual, journalists writing up the articles are clueless. At first, it was mentioned that Mr. Tan was doing the Everest Base Camp trek. Then it's mentioned that he was last seen at Kong Mala, which is not on the Everest Base Camp trek. Later reports mentioned that he was actually on the Three Passes trek. Now note that there is no canopy around Kong Mala. If you can't see him from drones, helicopters, or even from the top of the pass itself, then he's probably not there. It may be a good sign. Mr. Tan could be staying inside one of the lodges on the Khumbu side of the pass and remains uncontactable because of the lack of mobile signal. Let's hope they'll find him soon. Then Mr. Lee Hsien Yang paid a total of $619,000 to the two ministers who sued him. So remember folks, our ministers did not receive any preferential treatment for renting colonial black and white state bungalows. Mr. Lee said on his Facebook post, a quote, "In order to try to honor my father's wishes in connection with his home and allow Wei Ling, who is ill, to continue to stay at 38 Oxley Road, I've made this payment to the ministers," unquote. Now, sometimes you do have to give in before you make a good move. Let's hope this will not be the last that we or the ministers would hear from Mr. Lee. That's all I have for you in this video. Have a great week ahead.